Good morning. Today on Spotlight Inside, a Great Lakes initiative designed to protect and make the most out of perhaps this region's most valuable resource, water. My guest, David Nafker, Executive Director of the Great Lakes St. Lawrence Governors and Premiers. And later on our Sunday morning program, how local leaders are trying to boost this year's United Way campaign into high gear. Joining me to talk about it will be Dr. Darian Hudson, President and CEO of the United Way for Southeast Michigan, and Bishop Edgar Van, co-chair of the Torch Drive campaign. It's Sunday, October the 24th. I'm Chuck Stokes, and this is Spotlight. For the person that is not familiar with your organization, what is it in a nutshell?
It's an association of the governors from the 8 U.S. states that border the Great Lakes, from Minnesota to New York, and including Michigan, as well as their Canadian counterparts from Ontario and Quebec. They work together through the organization to coordinate a range of different projects, and they're focused on regional economic development and environmental protection.
Sure. You're based in the Chicago, Illinois area?
That's right. But of course, our work spans the whole larger region.
Right. And I would imagine before the pandemic, you probably had to travel quite a bit, but maybe now it's a lot of Zoom out of all those different states.
Absolutely.
Very good. You have a new initiative a new platform that you've instituted. Tell us a little bit about that.
In 2020, we launched the Great Lakes Impact Investment Platform. And at its root, what this is a opportunity to showcase a collection of sustainability projects in the region that are aiming to deliver both a financial return for investors and improvement for the region's environment. We've had a terrific response. It includes about 36 different projects, and it's involved a lot of partners, and looking forward to talking more about that with you today.
Sure. So that people totally understand, would this be a private enterprise and private supporters and backers that you have, or does this very much involve the governments of those different states and different cities where the Great Lakes and St. Lawrence Seaway cut through?
I would describe it as a public-private partnership. Okay. The way we finance water infrastructure and related projects in the region has really been changing. Historically, we had a model of using water, degrading it in one way or another, and then looking to government to restore it. And that's been changing, where government continues to operate a lot of programs that serve that function. But increasingly, more and more private investors, public-private partnerships, and others are looking for these kinds of opportunities where they can make a return and have this outcome connected to environmental improvement.
Give our viewers some idea of the economic impact of this region and all of this put together.
Our regional economy produces $6 trillion in value every year. It would be the third largest country if it were its own country, just behind the US and China. So this is a huge economic engine for not just North America, but for the world. We're blessed with 20% of the world's fresh water in the Great Lakes, 85% of North America's. But of course, we have a lot of other water in the region as well, whether it's groundwater, Mississippi River watershed, or others. So what we're really trying to think about is, how can we harness water to be our competitive advantage? We're blessed with it, and we have a choice of how to use it. And we think if we do it with a sustainability mindset and encourage projects like the one that are on the Impact Investment Platform, that really creates a very different future than some other parts of the world.
Sure. Based upon the research and the study and the information that you have, let's do this in two parts. What is it that you're proudest of that you feel is indeed our greatest asset? And then we'll look at what is it that you're most concerned with, perhaps our biggest challenge as we look towards the future.
I think what I'm proudest of is the response that we've seen from the project development and investment community. When we started this, we weren't sure what kind of a response we would get. There are trillions of dollars, $17 trillion in the United States alone, that are looking for sustainability, responsible investment, or impact investment opportunity. That's a tremendous amount of money looking for deals. And what the bottleneck has been is there's not been investable deals that they are interested in from a return standpoint and from an environmental performance standpoint. So we came up with the platform as a concept to say, We think there are a lot of projects in the region, and we think that collectively they can really drive environmental improvement and make our region a hub for this impact investment. Of course, COVID struck, and that changed the way we needed to do our work, but it didn't change the idea behind it. And in just roughly a year and a half now, we've got 36 projects. They're driving significant improvements in our water quality, air emissions, and other kinds of things. And I really think we're just getting started. So I think that's what I would say I'm most proud of. And it's been built on the back of some really strong partnerships and relationships.
And what are you most concerned with? What may be indeed the biggest challenge we face?
I think what I'm most concerned with is a sense of resignation or defeatism. We've got huge challenges, and we need to think hard about how to solve them and address them, whether it's climate change or how we address the huge investments we need to make in water infrastructure or whatever the case might be. It's very easy to get resigned to thinking that we may never solve those problems. And worse, you see a lot of kind of confrontation, I would say, or people trying to look at this from some kind of an oppositional type of a standpoint. And I think in this space, there's actually a lot that can bring us together. And I think there's a lot of reason for optimism. The success we've already had, the amount of capital that's looking for deals, and the globe's increasing focus on the value of water. We can be a center for people anywhere in the world that are looking for water-based investment and water-based opportunity. So I really do like to think about those challenges as opportunities, and I think this is a good example.
All right, we need to take a quick little pause for the cause. We'll come right back. And welcome back to Spotlight. Talk a little bit about maritime transportation and what role that plays into all of this.
Maritime transportation is really important for our region, and like a lot of things, it's something we often take for granted. But there are vast amounts of different commodities that are traveling on our waters every single day, whether that's iron ore, grain, coal, limestone. But increasingly, we're seeing a lot of new types of activities on the water. As recently as just a couple of years ago, cruising, for example, was something that we hardly ever saw or thought about, and that's growing and taking off. We're also starting to see container trade emerge on the Great Lakes. So we're really seeing a traditional industry adapt to new circumstances and take advantage of some of these new opportunities and ways that we can bring value. Shipping is a terrific way to move large amounts of goods with a light environmental footprint. The number of rail cars or trucks that equal one large Laker vessel is unbelievable. So it's a great way to move things, but one that requires reinvestment, new policy, and creative thinking in order to make sure that we're using it in the most efficient way to contribute to the regional economy.
Have you found that the Great Lakes and the St. Lawrence are playing a key role in terms of agriculture as a resource? Because Michigan is a huge agricultural state, and so are many of the other states that surround us. I think it's the second biggest for us in terms of industry after the auto industry.
Yeah, agriculture is a real important part of the regional economy, and we've worked hard among the governors and the premiers to make sure that it remains competitive. Everything from protecting our water supply through the work on the Great Lakes Compact to making sure that our shipping system is strong through our maritime initiative. We've created, for example, a partnership with the Port of Antwerp in Belgium to try to drive more cross-Atlantic trade. It's an interesting dynamic in terms of the way that those products get to market and move all over the world. Our farmers truly are connected to people halfway around the globe.
Has it been easier or harder to navigate through all of this and to try to do the things that you've talked about during COVID-19, as well as during a very politically partisan atmosphere?
I think the way we do our work has changed significantly. Of course, for example, today doing this interview with you remotely, So that has changed. What's not changed is the nature of our work. Water, looking after people's basic needs, encouraging job growth and employment, they remain important priorities for the governors, the premiers, and our many partners. So while a focus has really been on addressing the COVID-19 pandemic, we've had a little bit of space to think creatively about some of these long-term challenges, create things like the Great Lakes Impact Investment Platform, and build some new relationships that we might not have otherwise. So partnerships with the University of Michigan, for example, the Nature Conservancy in Michigan, and ECT, a consulting firm based out of Michigan, are the nucleus of our Great Lakes Impact Investment Platform team, just as one example.
In terms of funding, where does your major funding come from? And because this is a public-private partnership, how much does this get into tax dollars, or does it get into tax dollars from the various states as well as the different provinces over in Canada?
The Great Lakes Impact Investment Platform has had financial support from several major foundations, including the U.S. Endowment for Forestry and Communities, the Great Lakes Protection Fund, and the Fund for Lake Michigan. Our broader work is supported by the states and the provinces, grants, and a variety of other sources. So we really work hard to keep the burden as light as possible on government, and wherever possible, try to identify other resources that can enable us to get our job done.
And how concerned are you and your membership and those you represent concerned with global warming and the impact that it may or may not be having on these bodies of water?
There's a lot of disagreement about climate change, what's causing it, what we should do, but there's no disagreement around the fact that we have less predictable weather. We could benefit by making investments in improved resiliency for our communities, and we need to make investments now. So if we can bring people together around those ideas, take some steps together, and start down a path where we're working together to solve problems, we really think that's the way to make progress and in the end solve this overwhelming issue of climate change. And I've been encouraged by the steps we've taken so far.
Final question. I used to work with a reporter who said that one day we may find ourselves fighting a civil war in America over water. If that is indeed something that comes to bear, hopefully not, how well is this Midwest region protecting what many people believe is our greatest natural asset?
I think there is an example where we have a real strength. We worked hard 15 years ago to put the Great Lakes Compact in place. Each of the state legislatures passed it into law. It was passed by Congress, signed by the president, and for now over a decade, the states and the provinces have been working together to put in place strong protections against water diversions, managing water sustainably in the region, water conservation and efficiency programs. Our lakes remain at healthy levels. We've got the legal arrangements in place to make sure that we can protect our water. And I think we're in a very good position. The challenge is going to be making sure that we use it sustainably. And that's where our impact investment platform and some of the other things we've talked about today come into play.
Sure. David Nafsker, people want to get more information. Is there a particular website that they could go to?
Please visit our website, www.gsgp.org. You can learn more about all the work that I've talked about today. We also have a webinar series that you can watch recorded featuring leaders like the Michigan Treasurer, also the Director for the Department of Energy, Great Lakes, and the Environment.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us today on Spotlight. Good luck on all the work that you're doing, and we'll get you back to update us from time to time.
Thanks so much for having me, and thanks to everyone who's watched today.
All right. Thank you so much, and stay safe. Coming up on Spotlight, Dr. Darian Hudson, President and CEO of the United Way of Southeastern Michigan, and Torch Drive campaign co-chair, Bishop Edgar Vann. We'll be right back. You just recently kicked off your campaign, which is going to run all the way through June of next year. The theme, I understand, this year is Light the Way, Live United. Dr. Driver, how did you come to that particular theme, and how do you hope it relates in this crazy pandemic world that we're trying to navigate?
So our theme this year, Light the Way, was really our vision for a better future. We're fortunate this year that we have Bishop Edgar Van, who is representing our interfaith community, as well as Jerry Norcia from DTE Energy. And so we felt it was fitting, given that we have DTE and Second Ebenezer as our organizations that we're lifting as our chairs, to really remind the community of the light that is within all of us, to be able to do magnificent things. And we want everyone to light the way for the community.
Absolutely. Bishop Van, you wear a couple different hats in this community, at least a couple, probably a whole lot more, but you're stepping in as a community chair on this. It's sort of changed the structure this year. Normally it's just the president and CEO with a corporate chair. Why was it important to do the co-chairs this year?
I'm grateful, of course, to have the opportunity to work with Jerry Norcia. He's a good friend, and we've worked together on a lot of other projects. But to add that element is really a part of the genius of collaboration that I think Dr. Hudson has brought to the organization, but also to the campaign itself. And I think this is going to make for a greater campaign, a more inclusive campaign, a more diverse campaign, and a more successful campaign.
Sure. Doctor, what's the goal this year in terms of dollars and cents and what you're trying to raise?
Our goal for the Torch Drive this year is $40 million and 40,000 volunteer hours. So we will need all hands on deck to help us meet this goal, to better serve our community. But also those volunteer hours are really critical to make sure that we're supporting all of our nonprofit partners and community organizations throughout the region.
Is trying to get those 40,000 volunteers, how will you go about that?
Well, the need is so great. We know that 40% of people in southeastern Michigan have trouble meeting basic needs. And that has only been exacerbated during the pandemic. And we are finding that there are people of goodwill throughout this community, in all segments of this community, that want to come together and do something positive to help others.
The majority of the dollars that we raise go right back out into the community. We give grants to over 1,000 nonprofits, whether it was during the crisis at the height of the pandemic, or this summer when we were working through all of the floods that we experienced in our region. We give grants to daycare centers, to nonprofit agencies, to our school districts. We also put quite a bit of resource into our 211 center. So anyone who's listening to this call and needs help, and I'm sure they've heard it before, they call 211. But we actually have over 250,000 referrals that are given to other nonprofit agencies throughout the year to make sure that anyone who is in need of support knows where to go, they get the resources that they need, and they're able to have more stability.
Okay, we need to take a quick little pause for the calls. We'll come right back. I'll pick up with you, Bishop Van. We'll be right back. Stay with us. And welcome back to Spotlight. Bishop Van, I know that the United Way for Southeast Michigan has released what they call the Alice Report. What is that, and what are some of the top findings out of it?
What it really boils down to is the plight of the working poor. There are people who sometimes believe that folks who need help are always people who are unemployed, people who are not productive, etc. What we found out through this report is that the plight of the working poor is the real plight that we address among so many. And that is the fact that many of them don't have what they need for basic needs, housing, food, medicine, etc. And so this is a very important target population.
So we're very excited about our community schools initiative. We have partnerships now in Southfield, in Pontiac, Hazel Park, River Rouge, as well as the city of Detroit. And the importance of these wraparound services, really putting our schools as the anchor institution in our communities, as the lighthouse, if you will, is critical at a time like this. You know, Bishop Van was talking about our Alice families, and we know that we have 40 cities communities in our region where 40% or more of our families are struggling to meet their most basic needs. So programs
Sure.
like the community schools, go right ahead.
I'm sorry, I almost cut somebody off. Were you trying to say something, Bishop Van?
No, Dr. Hudson was still talking.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no, that's okay. I just wanted to finish by saying that putting books in the hands of children through the My Very Own Library program and actually putting them in the homes of children is going to help us close these gaps that we're seeing in literacy.
Absolutely. And I apologize, in this Zoom world of ours, sometimes we hear and see things that aren't necessarily there. Bishop Van, let me give you the last word on this. You're partnering with DTE Energy on all of this. Are you getting the type of corporate support that you need, especially in this type of pandemic? And is it all big corporations, medium, small? You're looking for everybody, right?
Yes, this campaign includes everyone. We are, building bridges that unite us instead of walls that divide us. And this is common ground for everyone to participate, for everyone to support financially and also with volunteers. We're making an appeal to large corporations, of course, but we're making appeals to nonprofits, to individuals, and to small businesses as well, to join us in this Live United campaign. We are going to live united, and we're going to support one another. This region is resilient, and it will always come through.
And Dr. Hudson, if people want to get more information, they can go to your website?
That is correct, at unitedwaysem.org. And there they can learn more about our advocacy work. They can donate to the campaign, and they can also sign up for volunteer opportunities. And quite honestly, our community is depending on all of us to lend a hand and to light the way to a better future. So please, please join us.
All right, Dr. Hudson, thank you so much for joining us today on Spotlight. Best of luck with this year's campaign. As I said earlier, it goes until June of 2022. Bishop Edgar Van, thank you so much for joining us and for getting involved with this, along with all the other things that you're doing out there in the community, as well as trying to keep riding herd on that wonderful church that you've got over there in the city of Detroit.
Thank you so much.
All right, and I'm Chuck Stokes. We'll be back next week with more newsmakers in the Spotlight. We hope you have a great week.